Welcome back. It's a holiday moment that made history right here in DC.
Well, more than 1,000 couples smooched their way into the record books.
For most couples, kissing under the mistletoe.
1,435 couples gathered in downtown Washington, D.C.
Every couple kissed in unison for 5 seconds, breaking the previous Guinness World Record of 480 couples kissing in St. Louis.
D.C. now holds the Guinness World Record for the most couples kissing underneath the mistletoe. And
Wow, that's amazing. Fun to be one of those couples.
And we said we're going to put DC on the map as a city for lovers. And so we now have officially done it. 1,435 couples kissing under a mistletoe. World record history has been made here tonight in downtown DC.
So when he first started telling me about it, like the idea that this was happening, and I'm like, really? Like, it's gonna be real? Okay.
Everyone would ask that question,
like,
but why isn't there a
one?
national mistletoe? They have a national Christmas tree, there's all these Christmas things. Why is there not a national mistletoe? And so it's always been on the back of my mind, something we thought about for years. And then there came an opportunity to create this larger than life public art installation downtown of the national mistletoe. Yeah, you know, the mistletoe has deep origins dating back almost 14 years now. And it really all starts with the fact that, you know, I fell head over heels in love around the Christmas season. And I really wanted to do a surprise that I knew was gonna truly take her off guard. So I'll say this, I made up the idea of the national mistletoe. And I told her that we were gonna do a whole day on Christmas Eve, she and me, all the Christmas things downtown, all the festive things. And then we're gonna end the night at the national mistletoe. And she's like, of course, what is that?
There's a national mistletoe? I didn't know that. I've heard of the tree. I've never heard of a mistletoe, but okay, cool.
Long story short, I had found a location down near the National Mall, the DC War Memorial. My brother and his girlfriend at the time brought what was effectively a mistletoe that you could buy at any local craft store. And I got my good friend to play the violin.
Little tiny backstory. Canon and D is one of my favorite songs. And so at that time, it was the ringtone on my phone. And so the violinist is playing this in the middle of the memorial. But so I heard the music and I'm like holding my handbag to my head because I'm like, is my phone ringing? And he's like, oh, is it? Is that your phone? Like continuing to play along, right?
Yeah, and naturally I'm like, of course this is all for you. And you know, it was like surprising because we, you know, were just planning to do this, just us and, you know, my friends who were gonna help me pull this off. But you know, it turned into this spectacle. Like people were gathering around to listen to the music. They're wondering what the mistletoe thing was all about. And so it now has this like audience. And so we walk up to the mistletoe and, you know, they're playing the music and I said, this is the national mistletoe and I have something to show you. And of course, naturally she said yes, she still has the ring on. And this was a long time ago, but I will never forget just that night and that moment. And fast forward, but almost 14 years later, and here we are together, the very first couple to kiss under the newly unveiled national mistletoe in downtown DC. You know, there is power in public art. Public art speaks to people. It draws people, it piques interest, it becomes an attraction that people want to be near. And when you experience a place, you know, you're taking in so much of the vibe, the elements that are present there. And when you have something dynamic, like a really well done piece of public art, that is the type of thing that makes you remember that space forever. It makes you feel connected to the place. And now more than ever, I think people in DC and around the world are really craving community, they're craving connection, and the art really helps to make that come alive.
My name is May Lee of May Lee Design. I'm a local small business here in DC. I have a background in architecture and I do public arts. Behind me is the National Mistletoe, which I designed, and in designing it, I wanted to create something that's world-class, monumental, something that emulates a spirit of joy and love, and it's created out of 600 pounds of steel and adorned with greenery, giant red bows, and a jingle bell at the bottom. This mistletoe is the symbol of, spirit in the holiday magic that we experience every season.
There's something about that mistletoe that I think really just speaks to the magic and the wonder and the merriment of the holiday season. And so I'm really excited to see it come to bear. My hope is that people will see that mistletoe and that, perhaps they're just taking in the beauty of it and snapping a great picture. Maybe they're taking a moment with someone who they love just to have a kiss and have a moment of peace and tranquility to themselves in the heart of downtown. And I hope they walk away truly feeling like it's something they won't forget and it's a memory they'll carry with them forever. It's just been really beautiful to see how people truly are reacting really well to the mistletoe. Well, in downtown DC, we believe in doing it big. What bigger way to make a splash than to break a world record?
We spent a lot of time out in the cold weather while we were doing, it's like a 4-day installation. So I thought, what can we tie this into? And then in the summer, I started to plan for doing a world record attempt related to the most kisses by a couple simultaneously under a mistletoe. And I thought that we could make the event around people kissing under in that area. I didn't realize that you had to have a real mistletoe for every couple. The check-in process, we didn't realize we had to bike rack the entire area and create the kiss zone. It's funny. It still hasn't really hit me that we've done this. Love is something that crosses boundaries, whether it's age, culture, demographics. It's something that we all need in our life. And I think this was a perfect moment for that. With everything going on in our world, and in DC particular, we needed some good news. And I think that's what really made this activation and the success of it spread through the social media, which we're already at millions of views.
My name is Michael Emprick from Guinness World Records in New York City. This is going to be an official Guinness World Records attempt at most couples kissing under the mistletoe. Now, Washington, D.C., are you ready? Okay, mistletoe up. Remember, you are kissing on the lips. For the record, 3, 2, 1, go. That is 2.5 seconds. You are at 5 seconds. You can keep on going. I'm not going to stop. Actually, I will stop you. Okay, that is it. Bring me your spirit.
I found out at 5 a.m. news. I get up early and they announced it, a couple of weeks ago. I said, let's do it.
Like always, she'll forwarded me.
There was a lot of love in the air. It was warm. Everybody looked happy.
Yo, this has made this DC boy's dream come true, and I just want to thank everybody y'all for being a part of this. I will never forget this moment. DC, I love y'all. Thank you so much.